And hello everyone, welcome to one of my videos. Today we're going to talk about the Fiat produced F-86K Saberjet, also known as Saberdog. So let's get started immediately. Let's not waste any time. So the F-86K is an Italian nave project because the first F-86K were made in the USA. It first flew there on the 15th of April 1954, and the first time it flew in Italy was a little bit later, coming in at the 23rd of May 1955. Fiat produced 221 F-86K, 63 of which went to the Italian Air Force, the Aeronautica Militare, while the others were sent to the KLU, RNOAF, ALA, and the Luftwaffe. We'll talk about those other air forces later. Meanwhile, North American Aviation produced only 120 F-86K, all in California. The F-86K was used by many departments of the Italian Air Force. Here are listed, with whose flew from 1955 during its first flight to 1972, which was the year of its last flight. 17 years with the Italian Air Force. Then this next slide is about the specifics of the plane, so if you want to hear them, go to the minute that is written on the screen right now. Thank you. So, the F-86K was 12.48 meters or 40 feet long, 4.57 meters or 15 feet high. The first variant had a wingspan of 11.31 meters, then changed to 11.97 meters or 37 feet. The first wing that was used to achieve supersonic flight, while not level, it could go supersonic. While the second was used to mount the Aero 3B launching rails, which I'll talk about soon. The max speed considered the new wings and without external loads was of Mach 0.95 or 0.95 times the speed of sound, which is 1,130 kilometers per hour or 692 miles per hour at sea level. The rudder mounted in a huge nose dome was the hugest AN APG-37, which was used to help the pilot aim at the desired target. Speaking of aiming, the main armament of the F-86K were four 20mm M24A1 cannons that could carry 528 rounds, 132 per cannon, with a fire rate of 750 rounds per minute. It could also carry a secondary load, two fuel tanks of 454 liters, around 234 gallons, or the Aero 3B launching rail, which I talked about earlier. These were necessary to launch the fairly new at the time GAR-8 heat-seeking missile, better known later as the AIM-9B heat-seeking Sidewinder missile. But in the end, which were the air forces who used the F-86K? So, the F-86K in 20 years of operation was used by 5 air forces. The KLU, which is the Dutch Royal Air Force, who then gave its F-86Ks to Italy, like the Armée de l'Air, ALA, which is the French one. Norway, unlike Germany, also used the aircraft but didn't give it to Italy, which is of course their 5th operator and the one I talked about it so much in this video. Now let's talk about some fun facts. It was included in a magazine twice, the one in the photo, called La Domenica del Corriere, and once was for hitting a bird mid-flight, and the pilot survived, while the bird didn't end so well, let's just say that. Also, the F-86K most likely inspired engineer Giuseppe Gabrielli on how to shape his new G91 project since Fiat was making the Sabre jet, the F-86K, and while Gabrielli was designing the G91. So thanks Fiat for making the Sabre while Gabrielli designed the G91, so I can enjoy the G91 in War Thunder. And that's all you need. Thank you for watching to the end. Hopefully you liked this short video of me explaining the F-86K story. This photo, as you can see, was made by me, and nothing else. The sources were Wikipedia and a collection of books called Italian Aviation Series, which made a book about the F-86K. Same for the G91 and maybe some other stuff that we'll see in the future. Thank you for watching to the end, and see you next time. Bye!